Exclusive contract novel from Feilu Novel Network. Me. Supreme Lucky God, join the group chat, Global Alienation, the Emergence of Gods. Chen Xian said, I am the god of luck. Praising my name earns me 10 times more luck, finding the beauty of fate and stepping into the kingdom of gods earns me 10,000 times more luck. It takes only 1 minute to achieve results, and no one is deceived, young or old. 2 Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Ah, I found 50 yuan. Praise my god Chen Xian. You will be my father from now on. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, praise my god. As soon as I arrived in the northern realm, I dug out 10 dragon eggs. Xian, a primitive survivor, said, thank you to my god, this is the 5th wild boar that I have hit and killed myself. Supporter of Dumbledore. I'm so lucky. After sacrificing the unicorn, the unnamed person laughed and choked to death once. Bucky, who is still in prison, said, my god, please wait a moment. I will go and deceive the Empress Hancock to the altar. Ouyang cannot go crazy. I will definitely catch the little dragon girl in front of the dragon knight, Yin Jiping, to offer sacrifices. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 001. My God in the Palm. Seeking Flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Have you heard about it? Tang Yuegang from Class 2 has just successfully used the Divine Source Crystal to condense her own divine kingdom and was promoted to the beginner true god. Ah! Who else could beat her in tomorrow's class meeting? Can't we beat it already? There are only 11 fake gods in our class, and the rest are all innate creatures. Just as Chen Xian regained consciousness, he heard mournful cries from his classmates. I should have traveled through such a terrifying earth. Chen Xian secretly licked his tongue, he was really stunned after fusing his previous memories. This is the vast and endless God River star domain, and the volume of the earth below is billions of times larger than the one in his hometown, making it the largest living planet in the entire universe. Moreover, the people here are born as innate beings, with a lifespan of 500 years even if they do not practice. However, if they are still innate beings before graduation, they can only engage in basic work such as service, infrastructure, and military service as gods and civilians. The basic conditions for humans here are high after birth, but promotion is not easy. The probability of innate beings condensing their divine qualities to become pseudo-gods is less than 1%, and the probability of being promoted from the pseudo-god condensing the palm god kingdom to the first-level true god is less than 1,000th. There are 1,000 students in Chen Xian's class, but only 11 of them have been promoted to pseudo-gods, not including Chen Xian. Chen Xian, it's your last chance this semester to use the school's divine source crystal, and strive to be promoted to a pseudo-god. This way, our class's martial arts competition tomorrow won't be too ugly. The homeroom teacher Su Shui, dressed in an ice blue long dress and with flowing silver hair, encouraged Chen Xian by patting her shoulder. This teacher, who is known as the most beautiful lower deity in first grade, looked at Chen Xian with a hint of sadness in her eyes at the moment. She knew that with Chen Xian's qualifications, this promotion to a pseudo-deity was definitely not a problem. Unexpectedly, Chen Xian was injured by his own brothers during a sparring yesterday, and it is fortunate that he has not died now. He may have no hope of being promoted to a pseudo-god for life. This kind of family feud was not convenient for Su Shui, so she could only secure an opportunity for Chen Xian Duo to use the divine source crystal. Don't worry, Teacher Su. I will cherish this opportunity. Tomorrow's class meeting will be martial arts, and we will definitely not be the last resort. Chen Xian smiled and thanked him, then walked straight toward Xinyuan Crystal. Looking at Chen Xian's suddenly confident figure, Su Shui was stunned for a moment, feeling that Chen Xian had suddenly become somewhat different. Little did they know that yesterday's Chen Xian had already suffered excessive damage to his soul source. At this moment, Chen Xian not only possesses a brand new divine soul, but also activates the system. Didn't you say you gave me a big opening gift package? Hurry up and take a look. Chen Xian shouted in the divine soul space. Ding! The opening gift package of the Supreme Lucky System has been successfully used. Congratulations to the host for obtaining a Junior Lucky Stone. Under the illumination of the Junior Lucky Stone, your luck has increased by 1,000 times. Upon hearing the sound of the system in his mind, Chen Xian felt ecstatic in his heart. You should know that the probability of using Shenyuan crystal to promote pseudo-gods among the public is only 1%, but for Chen Xian at this moment, that is 1,000%. The probability of even being promoted to a true god is 100%. Teacher Su is so biased, Chen Xian has an extra chance to use Shenyuan crystal. Shouldn't it be Teacher Su who saw Chen Xian as handsome? That's why. No. How could our goddess, Teacher Su Shui, like that sick guy? Don't talk nonsense. Chen Xian was only injured by a cousin in his family, and it was only then that Teacher Su Shui took special care of him. The discussion below made Su Shui's unparalleled face blush slightly, and then she let out a cold snort in anger. The ice and snow atmosphere of a deity instantly froze the students below into old ice sticks, with a pale face like paper. Truly worthy of being the goddess of ice and snow, Teacher Su. Even if I travel through this time, I can't fall off the chain. Looking back at Su Shui with silver hair dancing, Chen Xian decisively picked up the divine source crystal. Shenyuan crystal is one of the most precious artifacts in the entire Shenhe star domain, serving as the best auxiliary for the promotion of innate beings to pseudo-gods and primary true gods, and its value is immeasurable. At this moment, this divine source crystal is stimulated by Chen Xian's innate spiritual power, and the internal divine source is unprecedentedly active, shining brightly. Like the floodwaters that open the gate, constantly washing away Chen Xian's body and soul. How could we mobilize so many divine sources to wash our bodies? Su Shui was stunned, her eyes suddenly burst into a brilliant light. A congenital creature can be promoted to a pseudo-god, it depends on whether the other party can mobilize the divine energy within the divine source crystal. Both talent and luck are indispensable in this process. Chen Xian had also used Shenyuan crystal before, but he had never made the light of Shenyuan crystal so strong that it shone in the sky like before. The male and female students under the stage who have no confidence in Chen Xian are also the big speechless bosses. They have never seen such a strong divine radiance in their decades of enrollment. What the hell if this doesn't work out yet? Sure enough, in just a few minutes, Chen Xian's innate physical body had been thoroughly washed away by the massive divine energy, transforming into a crystal-like skeleton. Over the sea of divine souls, the divine throne slowly took shape. We have condensed our divine spirit. Class teacher Su Shui excitedly clenched her fists, and now with Chen Xian, there are 12 pseudo-gods in her class. Tomorrow's class meeting will be martial arts, there should be a chance to make a move. Chen Xian has become a pseudo-god. Oh my goodness. Didn't he have his soul injured by his cousin? This can all achieve a false god. I didn't expect him to have such great talent. The male and female students in the audience envied each other. The 11 talented students who had already achieved the status of pseudo-gods either smiled with satisfaction or shook their heads disdainfully. After all, Chen Xian had one more chance to use the divine source crystal than them, and the time of achieving the status of pseudo-gods was also later than theirs, so there was nothing to be proud of. However, Chen Xian did not put down the divine source crystal at this moment. Since the probability is 100%, why don't I? Chen Xian lifted his lips, and his newly formed divine figure flew directly out of the sea of divine souls and landed in his palm. Ah, what is he doing? Crazy, crazy. Chen Xian is trying to unite the God kingdom in his hands. He wants to directly promote to the true God. From innate beings to true gods. Want to be promoted twice in a row. The students in the audience are collectively confused. The difference between a false god and a true god lies in whether they have their own kingdom of gods in their hands. But this step is 1,000 times harder than promoting a fake god. 90% of the pseudo-gods on this planet will get stuck in this stage and end up feeling depressed. Idiot. You're not risking your life just to show off. His divine character was not consolidated before he attacked the true God, he's dead set. This is a waste of the school's divine source. The boys who showed disdain towards Chen Xian grinned and mocked him. Chen Xian, don't be impulsive. I know you're in a hurry to seek revenge. But what you need most now is to consolidate your divine throne, at least next year. Class teacher Su Shui anxiously said. Just before she finished speaking, Su Shui's pupils shrank and she was completely confused. At this moment, the immeasurable, divine source crystal, was instantly consumed by 1/3 under Chen Xian's urging, and a beautiful phantom of the divine kingdom slowly formed in Chen Xian's palm. PS. This book is by no means an asexual god of war. It can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Can you just write it down and rely on everyone's flowers and tickets to support it? Chapter 002. This is really an interesting place. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Dong. The sound of the Daoyuan bell rang, and the brilliance of Chen Xian's divine kingdom in his palm reflected in the void. The teachers and students of the entire Shindu Academy couldn't help but look towards Su Shui's Class 9, Grade 1. Many gazes were surprised to find that it was Chen Xianho who had advanced to the true God. Oh my goodness! When this child saw him this morning, he was just a born creature. Why did he suddenly condense into the God kingdom in his palm? I heard that he was severely injured by his own family members yesterday, and the source of his divine soul is almost extinguished. Absolutely. Absolutely. This student has achieved 2 great breakthroughs in a row. In the history of billions of years, there are less than 100 such genius figures. Congratulations to teacher Su Shui, there's one more Tiger General in your class. Tang from Class 2, Grade 1 finally has a match. Tomorrow, the class will have a good show to watch. Inside the campus, the congratulatory voices of the gods from all directions kept reaching Su Shui's ears. Su Shui came back from her shock and bowed back one by one with divine thoughts. On this super planet at the top of the universe, a student's school life can be as short as 100 years and as long as 10,000 years. During this period, the class teacher needs to work together with the students in their own class to complete some challenging tasks assigned by the school, which is related to the allocation of resources for the class students and the teacher's cultivation resources. Now that Su Shui's class has Chen Xian, who has condensed the early true God of the God in the palm, many unimaginable class challenges can also be tried. This type of class challenge reward is often safer and more effective than Su Shui risking her life to fight for resources on the Heavenly Way battlefield alone. Chen Xian, this guy. His luck is simply against the sky. Su Shui wiped the cold sweat off her forehead and couldn't conceal her joy at the corner of her mouth. She knows what qualifications Chen Xian has. In her opinion, it is not easy to advance to the level of a pseudo-god within 100 years. To her surprise, Chen Xian has suddenly advanced to the level of a first true god. Besides being unlucky, Su Shui couldn't imagine any more reasons. Unexpectedly, he really became. He condensed his own divine kingdom in the palm. Class monitor Zhao Ye's eyes are dull. He has been promoted to a pseudo-god for 10 years and has not been able to condense his own god in the palm. There is only one time left to use the campus divine source crystal. And Chen Xian is good, breaking through twice in the blink of an eye, leaping from a congenital creature to a first-order true God. In this way, Chen Xian's identity and status have completely changed. Even if Chen Xian is willing, he can graduate early and go to the heavenly Tao battlefield to fight for his faith on his own. Chen Xian, who was originally looked down upon by him, suddenly became the existence that Zhao Yi needed to look up to. This gap simply suffocated Zhao Yi. Pei Li and Peng Yu, who were just mocking Chen Xian, were also like this. At this moment, they looked at the shining God in the palm in Chen Xian's hand, their eyes envious and going crazy. Wow! We also have true God students in class 9. Ha ha ha! Chen Xian is such a good person. You are our lucky star. In this way, our class will definitely not be at the end of the crane tomorrow. And you can also take on A.level class task challenges. Yeah. Our cultivation resources have now added an A.level series, and Chen Xian is our hero. Chen Xian, you are the hero of our class 9. The students in class 9 who were knocked unconscious finally erupted into a hoarse roar and congratulations. Even some pretty girls in the class blushed when they saw Chen Xian's eyes. They were born beings, and if they marry a true God, it would definitely be a super fortunate thing, especially since Chen Xian's appearance is not bad. This scene became even more unpleasant in the eyes of Zhao Yi and his companions, who exchanged a bitter and speechless glance. My God's kingdom in my palm, only 10,000 square kilometers. Taking back his exploration spirit, Chen Xian rubbed his chin with a dissatisfied expression on his face. Be content with yourself. When I first opened up the Palm God Kingdom, the initial area was only 8,000, which is considered above average. Besides, the follow-up management of the Palm God Kingdom is the key. If you complain about breaking through 2 levels, how can other students survive? Su Shue's beautiful figure flashed onto Chen Xian's side, laughing and cursing. What should we do next? How can we cultivate the God Kingdom in our hands? Smelling the refreshing and cold scent on Su Shue's body, Chen Xian felt a happy mood and said, this is the first time that the goddess of ice and snow, Su Shue, has been so close to him. I'll come to my office later and get you some relevant information and divine power crystals to use for now. I'll return them to you when you become wealthy in the future. Other students can practice on their own and gather at Huiwu Square on time tomorrow. Su Shue smiled and announced that she had already treated Chen Xian as a person of the same level. Ah, you can be alone with Teacher Su. And even the God Crystal is free for him to use. The students below were howling in sorrow. Chen Xian became a beginner true God and his treatment was completely different. In the evening, Chen Xian returned to his residence with a large amount of information about the beginner true God and the Palm God Kingdom after seeking advice from Su Shue. As a junior deity majoring in ice, Su Shue has limited opportunities to provide Chen Xian with divine crystals, but her knowledge is extremely rich and comprehensive, which can almost be considered as a generous gift. To expand the area and even nurture life in one's own divine kingdom, one needs either a massive amount of divine crystals or the power of faith. The power of faith can only be achieved by fighting on the heavenly Tao battlefield to compete for planet resources and generate faith. With my limited strength, I can only serve as cannon fodder. It seems that I can only rely on the divine crystal provided by Teacher Su to consolidate the wall of the divine kingdom. Chen Xian said helplessly. His God in the palm is currently very ordinary, and the only highlight is the Junior Lucky God stone above the castle, which looks like the sun. Although the value of the Lucky God stone given by the system is immeasurable and can provide the light of luck for all things in the divine kingdom, there are no mountains, rivers, or creatures in the divine kingdom now, only a cold castle. So now Chen Xian is short of money, and even more so, he lacks the power of faith. Ding! Tian Dao will invite you to join the Wanjie exchange group. Do you agree? Upon hearing the inexplicable pop-up message window in the system, Chen Xian was taken aback and instinctively clicked, agree. Chen Xian's stinky women don't pay wages. Ha! There are new members added to the group, everyone come and watch JPG. Shane, a primitive survivor, said, "Oh, that's great. I have another object to share my pain with." Ouyang is not crazy. Newcomers, please change your group business card and reveal your gender and measurements. If you are a beautiful girl, welcome flowers, and let the man go. Support Dumbledore. At Ouyang is not crazy. I think you are engaging in gender discrimination, which is not civilized at all. Bucky, who is still in prison, said, "No. I support this group rule. I have been hoping for a beautiful girl to upload a large-scale selfie for use. I am in prison in Jincheng City, you know." Ha ha ha. Ouyang bu crazy. You're so sleazy. You despise JPG. Chen Xian's stinky women don't pay wages. Do I think it's only right for you to go to jail? Bad laugh, JPG. Xian, a primitive survivor, said, "I understand that I have been abandoned by my mother since I was young. I understand loneliness and yearn for the opposite sex. Everyone calls me Dragon Mom. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, 'Don't bother me. One of my dragons died and I'm not in a good mood.'" Ouyang bu crazy. Shocked. Let's go with grief. Support Dumbledore. This news is too sad. Painful JPG. Shane, a primitive survivor, said, "I'm very sorry. At everyone calls me Dragon Mom." Watching the 6 guys appearing in the group, Chen Xian's mouth twitched. I seem to have entered an interesting place. Plus 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 PS. This book is by no means an asexual god of war. It can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Can you just write it down and rely on everyone's flowers and tickets to support it? Chapter 003, These 5 are the old men. Seeking freshness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The system is awesome again. These guys clearly come from different planes. Looking at the 6 guys still chatting with each other, Chen Xian felt ecstatic in his heart. He is now stepping into the supreme existence of the Shinto with the lucky stone, and in an instant, it has benefited him. This chat group is equivalent to giving him a super bug that allows him to obtain a source of faith without having to fight on the heavenly Tao battlefield. It's a super benefit that even the supreme god would be insatiable. What Chen Xian needs to do is to gain the faith of the world where these members are located, and strengthen his divine kingdom in his palm with the power of faith. From the group business cards and conversation styles of these 6 guys. Shane, the primitive survivor, should be a member of my World's Primitive Survivor 40 Days program. The phrase, "Chen Xian stinky women don't pay wages" clearly comes from the perspective of Demon Fox Red Lady, which appears to be the protagonist by Yuechu, who is impoverished for life. Call Me Dragon Mom is the Dragon Queen Daenerys from Game of Thrones. It's hard to guess support Dumbledore, Harry Potter, Hermione, and others could be. Bucky still in prison, is clearly the clown Bucky from One Piece, the man who hides the deepest. As for Ouyang is not crazy. Judging from the tone, it should be Ouyang Ko from The Condor Shooting. Chen Xian pondered in his heart. Ouyang bu crazy. Why don't newcomers talk? The group business card is still in default mode. Bucky, who is still in prison, said, "Are you scared by our enthusiasm? There are only 6 people in our group, so there's a bit of talk. Chen Xian's stinky women don't pay wages. Have you gone to jail and lost your head? Including him, he's 7 people." Seeing this, Chen Xian smiled and modified his group business card. Lucky God. Lucky God. To be precise, you are still 6 people, because I have become a true god, not a human. Chen Xian smiled and said in the group chat. Ouyang bu crazy. Everyone called me Dragon Mom. Shane, a primitive survivor, said, "Oh God, that's great. Here comes the one who knows how to joke the most." Bucky, who is still in prison, said, "Really laugh off your head, JPG. Support Dumbledore." Shockingly watched JPG. 2 Sean Yaya's wife didn't pay a salary. Ha 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 ha, the new brother is humorous enough. I will give you a tomatoes on sticks JPG, my favorite, to encourage you. Watching the 6 people's expected reaction, Chen Xian grinned. God of luck. I am the God of luck, sincerely recruiting believers from all walks of life and blessing believers from all walks of life. Singing mantras to praise my name will bring good luck and blessings, and it will take 10 minutes to have an effect. No child or old will be deceived. The spell format has already been uploaded to the group file, you can try it out. Chen Xian typed. Immediately after speaking, he constructed a spell triggering system with the power of law in his own God in the palm. In this way, anyone who truly recites that spell will automatically receive a ray of divine light from the Junior Lucky God Stone. The divine light will only last for 10 minutes, but it is enough to make everyone believe in their power. Ouyang is not crazy. Shocking JPG. Can't it be true? Support Dumbledore. Just chant a mantra to praise you. Shane, a primitive survivor, said, I'm really starving now. I can't find any protein in this area. Don't lie to me, I'm really dying. I want to pray and give it a try. Bucky, who is still in prison, said, ha ha ha, why don't you give it a try? It's ridiculous and fun. 2 Sean Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Brother, you have a deep set of tricks. It's fun and interesting. Everyone called me Dragon Mom. It's not easy to lie to death. At this moment, separated by an infinite plain on Earth, in a jungle on the West Siberian plain, Shane, who had not been able to eat protein for 15 days, has lost 12 kilograms. He is an atheist who, although often using God as a catchphrase, never believes in the existence of God. Because if there were really God, his childhood should not have been so tragic. He was abandoned by his biological mother at the age of 5 and suffered a lot in orphanages and schools. Even now, when he participated in this 40 Days of Primitive Survival program, he worked extremely hard to build a camp and search for food, but was still excluded by 2 female team members. He cried and was angry, so he chose to leave the team and complete the survival challenge alone. Even the program camera team couldn't bear to watch his experience, deliberately missing a lot of shots over there. Unfortunately, this is not a survival challenge that a person can complete at all. Watching the fire, boiling water, and going hunting cannot be done at the same time. He is really going to despair, and he doesn't even have the energy to search for dried fruits anymore. Originally, there were only 2 paths left in front of him. One is to seek peace with those 2 tattooed and lazy women, humbly praying for some dried fruits and hot water, but there is a high possibility that the other person will humiliate him but not give anything. He gave up the high prize money and withdrew from the competition, returning to his tragic life. For him, both of these were choices that were enough to pierce his soul. But now he seems to have another choice. The choice given by the lucky God in that mysterious chat group. Xian licked the cracked corners of his mouth and downloaded the spell format given by Chen Xian in his mind. He crossed his hands and knelt on the ground facing east. Xian recited Chen Xian's spell with his last hope and piety. Praise my God, you are the embodiment of the light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal believers thank you and pray for your favor. May your divine fortune be endless and glory endure forever. With Shane's trembling prayer, a divine light that only cultivators can see spans endless time and space, shining on Shane's forehead, dispelling the haze of bad luck represented by Shane. Facing the sun, the camera crew in the distance couldn't see that light, and they had never heard any religion recite such strange and lengthy spells. However, before everyone could doubt, the ground suddenly shook. Under the stunned gaze of the staff and Shane, a wild boar weighing over 400 pounds roared and rushed towards a mango tree in the distance that Shane couldn't climb up. Boom! The big tree collapsed, and mangoes scattered all over the ground. The wild boar suffered a mental breakdown and died on the spot. Just this one, you have all the fruits, vegetables, and red meat. Shane was stunned. The camera crew is stunned. The audience and fans watching the Survival Live broadcast were also stunned. They have never seen such hunting and gathering methods in their lifetime. Plus PS. This book is by no means an asexual god of war. It can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. Chapter 004. The beginning of the white moon in a poor life. Seeking freshness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It's true. The god of luck really exists. Oh my god. From now on, you will be Xian's only faith. Xian's tears welled up, and he was all prostrate on the ground, constantly reciting Chen Xian's divine name. Chen Xian, who was far away in the Shinha star domain, suddenly felt someone chanting his divine name, and at the same time, an extremely pure power of faith spread like silk thread into Chen Xian's palm of the divine kingdom. The once silent divine kingdom, which had just been created, seems to have been awakened by the power of faith, and surprisingly wafts out weak and inaudible songs. Effective. The power of faith is indeed effective. Just Xian's faith has had an effect, and the divine kingdom in my palm has a hint of vitality. Chen Xian exclaimed in surprise. In this transaction, he only paid a ray of luck light on the junior lucky god stone, and it was not the strongest beam, but he still received a power of faith that could strengthen the divine kingdom. The power of faith is the most perfect energy for strengthening and repairing the divine kingdom in one's hand, which is 100 times more effective than consuming divine crystals. In the God River star domain, almost no one can have their own followers in the early stage of true gods and use the power of faith. The concept of having faith and not having faith in the kingdom of God in the palm is completely different. Primitive survivor Xian. At lucky God, my God. Praise my God. I was just chanting your prayer spell, but you saved my life. From now on, Xian will be your loyal servant. Please allow me to eat a little fruit and wild boar meat that you have bestowed to restore my strength, and I will find a way to make an altar for you. A text message of Shane's unbearable surprise came from the chat group. Oh Yangbu crazy. Two Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Won't they? Is there really such a thing? Bucky, who is still in prison, said, Hey, buddy who often goes hungry, you're not partnering with that luck god to deceive us, are you? Well, that's a lot of fun. Support Dumbledore. Shocking JPG. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, I've told you before, seeing is believing, deceiving people to death and the whole family. Xian, a primitive survivor, said, even if you know you are the queen of another world, even if you call me Dragon Mother, I will not allow you to slander my god's glory with words. Shane, the original survivor, uploaded a video material. Everyone. In the distant ancient plane, the world of ice and fire in Game of Thrones. Danielis has just completed her journey to the north and has been in sadness for the past few days. Her 3 proud dragons were killed by the Night King with an ice spear. The power of the Night King exceeds everyone's imagination. Sad and desperate, she didn't want to pay attention to the absurd words in that strange group chat. The 7th new member of the group dared to lie and claimed to be the true god. Funny. You should know that she is the princess born in the storm on Longstone Island, the Unburner, the mother of the dragon, the queen of Miran, the liberator of Astapo, the queen of Andar, Roina, and the ancestors, the ruler and guardian of the 7 kingdoms, the Calixi of the Doslak people on the prairie, and the person who broke the shackles, Danielis Tangrian. To speak the words of the gods, being a god oneself is quite similar. However, since that primitive survival Xian has even uploaded videos to the group, it's also good to have fun watching and relieve the feeling of depression. What? That light. Dan Elise was stunned to see the amazing celestial phenomenon that Xian had produced after reciting the mantra in the video. She, who possesses the dragon clan bloodline, can see things that ordinary people cannot perceive. For example, the lucky light that descended from the sky and shone on Xian's forehead. Just as I finished reciting, a wild boar crashed and died on a nearby fruit tree. I provided him with wild boar meat and fruit. Seeing what happened in the video, Danielle was completely stunned. Is this a coincidence? Dare to say that this is a coincidence. A person's brain is not as good as that wild boar. There is nothing so outrageous in the world. Is he really the god of luck? That's great. It's just a devout chanting of spells, and there's no need to pay any unbearable price. Why don't I give it a try? Danielle gets excited. Everyone called me Dragon Mom, downloaded the group file, Ode to the God of Luck. Praise my God, you are the embodiment of the light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal believer Daniele's prays for your favor, may your divine fortune be endless and glory endure forever. Daniele's faced east and knelt down with her hands crossed, her eyes devout. She really needs a true deity to support her against the Night King and the poison woman Circe now. Who? The dark clouds in the sky were scattered by a beam of light, casting a beam of light over the main hall and shining on Danielle's forehead. My divine light. Danielle stood up in surprise and rushed out of the palace. And as soon as Daniele's ran out of the hall door, she stumbled and tripped over something hard. When Danielle saw clearly what tripped her, her pupils instantly widened. Tripping her, it turned out to be a dragon egg. Oh! My child! My lovely dragon baby, are you back again? You are a gift from the God of Luck to me. Danielise pounced on the dragon egg and burst into tears of ecstasy. Go out and pick up dragon eggs. If anyone dares to say it's a coincidence, Danielle will feed him to the dragon. Missandai! Missandai! Denise shouted loudly. Your Majesty! I'm sorry, I just went to urge them to prepare your lunch. Missandai, the most loyal maid, rushed over in a hurry. Don't worry about my lunch anymore, I need to build an altar now. We have a truly worthy deity to serve, you know. Transfer all the unclean army around the castle to build an altar. Danielle hugged the dragon egg and instructed. There is an annotation in the group file that simply praising the divine name can only earn 10 minutes of good luck blessings, and the effect is only at the basic level. Only by sacrificing livestock to build temples for Chen Xian to spread his faith, can he receive endless blessings from afar. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, at lucky God, my God. I'm sorry for the suspicion I had of you before. Your loyal follower Danielis apologizes to you by kneeling down. I just recited your name and found a dragon egg. You are so generous. We will order people to build altars and temples. In the chat group, Long Mama, who has always been cold and reserved, sent this message and instantly exploded in the group. Ouyang is not crazy. Sleeping Slot JPG. I really have some faith this time. Bucky, who is still in prison, said. Is it true that the gods have come in? Two Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Ah. At lucky God just finished reciting your name and I found 50 yuan. I've never seen so much money in my life, woo. You'll be my biological father from now on. Support Dumbledore. Everyone called me Dragon Mom. The primitive survivor Xian. Ouyang is not crazy. Your kid is too ungrateful, isn't he? You can accept your father for 50 yuan. Undoubtedly, he is the male lead of Demon Fox, who lived a poor life, and this loss of color is undoubtedly the beginning of the white moon. Chen Xian looked at the conversation and chuckled to himself. Plus 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 P.S. This book is by no means an asexual god of war. It can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Whether it can be written down depends on the support of flowers and ticket data. Chapter 005. Awesome's Dragon Queen. Seeking Flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 1. Recite mantras, praise the name of the deity, and receive a 10-point lucky light blessing. The effect will decrease thereafter. Building an altar to offer sacrifices to livestock can earn more than a day of lucky blessings. The higher the quality of the livestock, the better the effect. 3. Build a temple, worship daily, and enjoy the eternal light of the gods. The effect varies depending on the actions and achievements of the host, producing different blessing effects. 4. Following the ritual of sacrificing a pure heavenly beauty can directly receive blessings from the gods and increase infinite lifespan. Hiss, when Ouyang Ku read the last group file, his heart was pounding uncontrollably. That's right, he is one of the 7 members of the group chat. Ouyang is not crazy, the earliest person to join the group. Because he joined the group early, Ouyang Ku has long regarded himself as the group leader. Anyway, everyone is just chatting and entertainment, and no one cares about anything. But now, it seems that this 7th member of the group is really a deity. Ouyang Ku understands the temper of everyone calls me Dragon Mom, and even has seen some strength selfies of these people. He knows that Dragon Mom is a queen from another world, with millions of troops and several fiery dragons that can soar in the sky. Such an existence disdains lying. And on the other hand, 2 Shan Yaya stinky women don't pay wages, is a strange world full of demons. That guy's strength is also above his Ouyang Ku, flying to the sky and escaping to the earth, as well as the tears of the void and so on. These 2 characters have become believers in the God of Luck at the same time. Ouyang Ku, if you don't believe it, you have to believe it. At least I am also the young master of White Camel Mountain, and building altars and temples is not difficult for me. But what Ouyang Ku needs is longevity yuan, endless longevity yuan. Is there any better reward than immortality? Someone. We will leave Mount Putua immediately and go to the Central Plains to search for the heavenly destiny beauty to offer sacrifices for our God. Ouyang Ku exclaimed with excitement. It's the young master. Ouyang Ku's dozen or so concubines responded in unison. Although they didn't understand what their young master was saying, they never dared to disobey Ouyang Ku's orders. Just as Ouyang Ku ordered people to build altars and temples first, he sailed a large ship around the world searching for the destiny beauty. Due to abundant manpower and readily available craftsmen, Danielise has already built the altar at an extremely fast pace. Even the offerings are ready. 100 roosters, 100 hens, 100 goats, 100 bulls, 100 horses. Danielise disregarded the dissuasion of civil and military ministers such as Tyrion and forcibly sent these sacrifices to the vast altar. Praise my God, you are the embodiment of the light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal follower Danielise offers sacrifices for you, praying for your favor. May your divine fortune be endless and glory endure forever. Danielle, with her incredibly loyal 200,000 unwashed army, wants to worship Chen Xian together. Buzzing, the cows and sheep led to the altar by Danielise slowly rose into the sky under the stunned gaze of Danielise, Tyrion, and others, and finally turned into colorful beams of light, soaring straight into the sky. The immense power of faith is transformed into a torrent, flowing through time and space into the divine realm in Chen Xian's hands. Chen Xian was shocked and overjoyed. He did not expect that Daenerys was so awesome that he found hundreds of thousands of believers and countless sacrifices for himself in only half a day. Irrigated by so much faith, Chen Xian's, God in the palm, emits a pleasant sound of law bells. Dong! 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 Every time the bell rings, Chen Xian's palm of the divine kingdom expands by thousands of miles. A large amount of faith energy has been detected entering your divine realm, and the Supreme Lucky System will automatically upgrade to LV3 level. The beginner Lucky God Stone has been promoted to LV3 level, and your God Kingdom in your palm will receive 100,000 times more auspicious divine light. The system will promote you to 2 levels at once, and you will receive a system reward of 1 unlucky gem. The unlucky gem can create unlucky luck for enemies, greatly reducing their combat power. We have detected that a sacrifice has entered your palm's divine realm. Under the illumination of 100,000 times the lucky divine light, the sacrifice will randomly generate level evolution. Congratulations on the birth of a 7th grade antelope in your palm's divine kingdom. Congratulations on the birth of a 9th grade divine deer in your palm's divine kingdom. Congratulations on the birth of a holy heavenly horse in your palm's divine kingdom. Watching the constantly evolving birds and animals on the grassland, Chen Xian was stunned. You should know that a 9th grade antelope can sell 100,000 divine crystals in the divine river star domain. Almost 1 year's salary for homeroom teacher Su Shui. And the holy heavenly horse is simply priceless and has no market. With proper cultivation, you can even compete against the true God. With so many top-notch creatures in his palm, Chen Xian's wealth has surpassed the total assets of his predecessor's cold-blooded family. Chen Xian is definitely the wealthiest initial true God in the entire universe. This is just the beginning. The Supreme Lucky System is simply incomprehensible. Danielis, this guy has also been very helpful, deserves a reward. Chen Xian grinned. With Chen Xian's heart in his hand, the lucky gem above the divine kingdom, resembling the sun, bloomed with a strong divine light that shone through infinite space, illuminating Danielis in the lower realm. Your Majesty the Queen. Watching Danielis transform into a light person, everyone screamed and exclaimed in amazement. Praise my God! Feeling an indescribable change in herself, Danielle prostrated herself on the ground and said with tears streaming down her face. Under such a strong divine light, she clearly felt that she had an additional 300 years of lifespan. At the same time, the afterglow of divine light also fell on the 200,000 impure soldiers who worshipped Chen Xian. The unscrupulous army's spirit was instantly full, and its body, which was riddled with scars, was instantly restored. Even the male organs that had been cut off earlier had grown again. All members of the clean army are stunned. The leader of the unclean army, Grey Worm, knelt on the ground, covering his face and crying. Originally, he only followed the will of Queen Denise to believe in the deities she believed in, never expecting even them to receive divine gifts. Oh my goodness! Her Majesty the Queen has found a true God to worship. Dwarf Prime Minister Tyrion was completely stunned in place. +++++++++. P.S. This book is by no means an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Can we just write it down and rely on everyone's support with flowers and tickets? Chapter 006. The Collapsing Death Eaters. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the distant western magical world, Harry Potter, who participated in the Goblet of Fire, is now facing the greatest fear of his life. He was transported into a mysterious space by the Goblet of Fire, where Wormtail resurrected the unnamed person. Don't hide, my little Harry. Let's engage in a duel like a man with dignity. Voldemort sneered at Harry Potter, who was hiding behind a boulder. The Death Eaters around are also laughing strangely. Their demon lord has been resurrected. Soon this world will become the world of their Death Eaters again. And the boy, hailed as a miracle creator, is about to die under the cruel torture of the Black Demon King. He's too strong. I can't beat him at all. Why hasn't Principal Dumbledore noticed the situation here yet? Am I going to die? No. I can't do this. I have another choice. Harry Potter's teeth trembled. Thinking of what happened in today's chat group, Harry Potter's hesitant gaze gradually became firm. In the current situation, Dumbledore, whom he admired, could not save him at all. He had to rely his hope on the lucky god, who had just joined the group. Praise my God, you are the embodiment of light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal believer Harry Potter prays for your favor, may your divine fortune be endless, and may glory endure forever. Harry Potter put down his wand and, unable to discern the direction, he casually chose a position and knelt down with his hands crossed in prayer. Aha! My little Harry used to be here. What are you doing? Praying. Ha ha ha, look. Our boy who survived the disaster gave up fighting to pray. Voldemort stood on the boulder and looked at Harry Potter below with a strange smile. God can't save you. Are you really a wizard, Harry Potter? Can you be a little funnier? Are you scared into a mental illness by our Black Demon King? What kind of nonsense are you reciting? Only then will Muggles believe in the existence of God. There are only one deity in this world, Lord Black Demon King. Wormtail, Bellatrix, and others burst into tears and said. What is that? Voldemort, who was still mocking and humiliating Harry Potter, suddenly stopped laughing. He found that just after Harry Potter finished that strange recitation, a very dazzling beam of light appeared in this once dark and desolate space, breaking through the clouds and shining down. Shining on Harry Potter. Harry Potter also felt the radiance of the extraterrestrial beam, and the lucky light almost instantly dispelled his fear and the coldness of his body. A mysterious and beautiful atmosphere swept through Harry Potter's heart. Praise my God! Harry Potter exclaimed in shock and ecstasy. It's true. The new God of Luck is a true deity, and his recitation has received the favor of that supreme being. What kind of magic is this? Kill him, let's take action together and kill Harry Potter. The Black Demon King was obviously panicked. He felt the invincible aura behind the beam of light, but he still couldn't let go of his lifelong enemy with this incomprehensible miracle. As long as Harry Potter is killed, the entire wizarding world will lose hope, and his era as the Dark Lord will surely come again. It's my master. Yes, Black Demon King. Go to hell, little one. Upon hearing Voldemort's command, the originally panicked Death Eaters raised their curses and recited a deadly curse on Harry Potter. Whoosh whoosh. Ah! Before Harry Potter could even pick up his wand to resist, he was shocked to find that all the wands in the Death Eaters' hands were out of control and began to frantically turn around and attack Voldemort's head. You traitors! I'm going to kill you all. Don't stop yet. Suddenly attacked by his 6 subordinates, Voldemort was hit head-on and rolled on the ground, screaming in agony. No. Master, I didn't mean to. Oh my goodness. My wand is out of control, Lord Black Demon. We're also out of control. It's all Harry Potter's mischief. The Dark Lord, you must forgive me. Woo-woo. Wormtail and others screamed. And even if they let go of their hands, their wands continued to attack Voldemort, and even the wand of the female Death Eater Beatrix flew straight up and inserted into Voldemort's nostrils, deep into his brain. Bellatrix. When I come back to life again, I will make sure that you are not as good as dead. After Voldemort cursed with malice, his whole body turned into a towering black aura and dissipated in the air with a loud bang. Lord Black Demon King. No. Bellatrix was scared out of his wits. The other Death Eaters were also scared silly. They surprisingly lost control of their collective wand and killed their god. Killed the newly resurrected Black Demon King, thank you. You are all good people. I hope my god will also favor you next time. Harry Potter came to his senses from the shock and gave everyone a smile before touching the goblet of fire again and leaving this dark space. The Death Eaters. The sound of collapse and crying echoed in the darkness for a long time. Plus 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 PS. This book is by no means an asexual god of war. It can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Can we just write it down and rely on everyone's support with flowers and tickets? Chapter 007. Chen Xian, Ultimate True God Root Determined. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Support Dumbledore. At Lucky God, thank you for your blessings. After reciting your divine name, the person who cannot speak his name was accidentally killed by his subordinates. Praise my God. Bucky, who is still in prison, said, I don't think so. Is it really that clever? Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, at Bucky, who is still in prison, are you questioning the power of my God? You ignorant one. I, Danielise, have received my God's generous blessing in a lifespan of 300 years. And my men have dug out 20 dragon eggs today while digging potatoes. Everyone called me Dragon Mom, uploaded a video. Ouyang is not crazy. I envy JPG. I am already on the way to search for the Destiny Beauty. When I sacrifice the Destiny Beauty for my God, I will receive even richer rewards than you. Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Unfortunately, I don't have subordinates to help build altars and temples. No, I have to borrow some money from Wang Fugue. After the altar is built, I will deceive Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women into sacrificing on it. She looks so bright, so she should be considered a destined beauty, oh roars. Primitive survivor Xian. Under the favor of my God, those two despicable people came to me begging for wild boar meat. But how could I give it? They are all pagans who believe in God. I am promoting my God's faith to my fans. Let God go to hell. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, yes, praise my God. Primitive survivor Xian. Praise my God. Support Dumbledore. Praise my God. Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Praise my God. Ouyang Bumidness. Praise my God. Looking at the 5 old friends who worship the God of Luck so much, Bucky, the clown in the world of One Piece, remained silent. Because since the moment he became a pirate, there has only been one deity in his heart, and that is the pirate. Gerd Roger. Even though Roger is dead now, as a crewman of Roger's ashes, Bucky still holds deep respect for Roger in his heart. He hides his strength and intentionally gets caught in this dark and unremarkable advancing city prison. In fact, he just wants to inquire about the whereabouts of Fire Fist Ace. Because Bucky knew that Fire Fist Ace was Roger's son, his captain's son. He was entrusted by Roger to protect Ace. Even if I expose all my strength is still inferior to that of the 4th Emperor, and it is impossible to rescue Ace from the bottom of this advancing city. Sorry Roger, I must change my faith. I now need a true deity to worship. I will become the One Piece king of this era. Joker Bucky rarely has a playful smile on his face, but instead looks into the darkness outside the iron window and mutters to himself. Praise my God, you are the embodiment of the light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal believer, the clown Bucky, prays for your favor, wishing you endless divine fortune and eternal glory. With the sound of Clown Bucky's prayer, the door lock made of sea tower stone in front of him automatically fell off. Such abundant power of faith. And the number of believers has been increasing. With the current energy feedback from the God Kingdom in my hand, I have already been able to elevate my divine character twice and reach the realm of the 3rd level True God. Looking at the constantly changing divine kingdom in his palm, Chen Xian's eyes sparkled with divine light. So far, his divine kingdom has covered a total area of 180,000 square kilometers. On the grasslands of the divine kingdom, there are 11 holy first-grade spirit beasts, 129th grade spirit beasts and birds, 308th grade spirit beasts, and 510 7th grade spirit beasts. So many high-quality spiritual beasts have bathed the entire divine kingdom in spiritual energy. It is said that the ultimate area of the initial true God, Palm God Kingdom, is 200,000 square kilometers, which can house 20 holy first-rank spirit beasts with different law attributes. Only the God Kingdom with 20 interwoven laws can have ultimate power. I have the Supreme Lucky System and the belief in the world within the chat group, so I can definitely take the extreme true God route. Thinking of that unprecedented possibility, Chen Xian became excited all over. The so-called extreme true God route refers to starting from the beginner true God, raising all the data of the divine kingdom in your hand to the point where it cannot be improved, and never upgrading your divine character until you reach the limit. This extreme true God route, even the families of the highest gods may not have the resources to follow. For example, in the early stage of true gods, you need to spend terrifying resources to promote to a lower-level god in order to expand the area of the God Kingdom in your hand to the limit of 200,000 square kilometers. But at this stage, it is necessary to cultivate 20 different types of holy first-rank spirit beasts with different law attributes in the God Kingdom, in order to put the God Kingdom in the limit state of the initial true God. This is a condition that is difficult for even the highest god to meet, let alone the beginner true God. There are really so many resources, I have already gone to improve my divine realm. Who would have thought of wasting my divine power on spiritual beasts? But Chen Xian is different. Because Chen Xian is the god of luck, possessing 100,000 times more good luck than others. Under the illumination of 100,000 times the lucky divine light, what attribute of spirit beasts cannot evolve? So if there really exists a extreme true God cultivation path in the entire universe, it can only be Chen Xian, the god of luck. Chen Xian. Don't rush to be promoted to a higher level. Based on the current rate of increase in followers and the evolutionary efficiency of creatures in the divine kingdom, perhaps tomorrow morning I can have 20 types of Law Saint 1 level spirit beasts, achieving the ultimate true God in the first stage. At that time, Teacher Su Shui may be scared and foolish, right? Chen Xian grinned. Plus. This book is by no means an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is listed in the Quality Palace. Can we just write it down and rely on everyone's support with flowers and tickets? It's about the life and death of the new book. Single chapter seeking flowers and tickets. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus this book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus this book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus this book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. This book is not an asexual god of war, it can be released as soon as it is released in the Quality Palace. Whether we can continue writing depends on everyone's support for flowers and tickets. On the first day, we guarantee a minimum of 10 updates. Then 1,000 flowers plus 1 change 100 evaluation votes plus updates each monthly pass, with a title and a change of thanks, plus 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 plus. Chapter 008. Beginner True God, Achieve Extreme. Seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xian, are you crazy? How could you sacrifice the squirrels and lizards you finally caught to your so-called god? Your teammates are still hungry, you know. Looking at Shane's expression of wanting to waste food, Danielle angrily accused him. Shut up. Danielle, you're no longer my teammate, I don't care if you're hungry. If you dare to question my faith again, even if I don't do the show, I will make you look good. I understand you, this heretic who believes in God. Xian said with a fierce gaze. You. Danielle was startled, and the incredibly absurd feeling made her a little confused. Xian actually said that he, who believes in God, is a heretic. Do you think this bastard wants to become the public enemy of believers all over the world? He's really crazy. He was lucky enough to come across a wild boar that was hit and killed, thinking he received some bullshit lucky God's favor. Only God is the true deity in this world. Eva, another female survivor walking in the distance, sneered and mocked. Stinky bitch. Dare you say it again? Xian angrily jumped down from the crude altar, holding a wooden stick and staring at Eva with a murderous gaze. Oh, do you still dare to hit me? Are you being broadcasted now, you know? The filming team is far away, and my survival program fans are also watching in front of the TV. Hit me. Hit me. If you dare to take action, don't expect the program bonus, you will still be sued. Eva waved her tattooed arms wide and wide. This is still the first ant to dare to insult my divine name. It's too cheap to die directly. In the depths of endless time and space, Chen Xian opened his eyes and snorted coldly from his cultivation. In fact, the disrespect and slander of mortals are generally not heard in an infinite world separated by true gods. Unfortunately, the other party foolishly brought Chen Xian's divine name. This is like a Chen casually saying, "Hey, I'm scolding you and trying to mess with me, I haven't used the unlucky gemstone for the LV3 promotion reward in the system yet. Let's do an experiment with you, you slut." Chen Xian sneered and his mind moved. The dark blue, unlucky gem, stored in the system package was activated by the divine power of the divine kingdom, and a beam of invisible black light traveled through time and space, shining on Eva's forehead. A strange aura representing misfortune and misfortune instantly stained Eva's soul. Ah ah! Eva suddenly let out a scream, her face twisted and she collapsed in pain. Her toes were fiercely bitten by a viper that had crawled over at an unknown time, and the viper's fangs were frantically injecting venom. Unexpectedly, just as Eva fell to the ground in pain, a black palm thorn about 10 centimeters long accidentally penetrated Eva's hip groove. Eva widened her eyes and stood straight. Eva! Danielle hugged her head and screamed. The members of the distant camera team were also stunned for a few seconds, then quickly contacted the medical staff. He. This is the end of slandering my god. Originally, they were all preparing to take action, thanking and gloating. Daniel, who was helping Eva, just touched her body and the bad luck quickly spread. Ah ah! Danielle's face turned pale and she screamed again. It turned out that the viper thought Danielle was going to attack it and turned to take another bite at her thigh. Watching the two female survivors rolling on the ground, the medical staff running from afar panicked and lifted a stretcher. Inject snake venom serum first. Oh, the position of the spike is really bad, we must abandon the competition. The medical staff grinned as they looked at the black palm spines that completely penetrated Eva's buttocks. Did you see, audience, my fans? This is the end of insulting my god. There is only one true deity in this world worth worshipping, and I will prove it to you now. Watching the two villains lying in blood being carried away, Shane turned to the camera and said. Then, in the midst of confusion among the members of the filming team, Shane arrived at the simple altar painted with wood, vines, and wild boar blood. My god, the supreme god of luck. I hope you can forgive me for the simplicity of this altar. I have used all my loyalty. Praise my god, you are the embodiment of the light above the mist, you are the lucky ruler above all living beings. Your loyal believers thank you for offering you a meager sacrifice. May your divine fortune be endless and glory endure forever. Xian bowed to the altar and chanted. Buzzing, as Xian recited, the two lizards and a squirrel trapped on the altar gradually quieted down. Then, under the stunning gaze of Shane, the camera team, and countless live viewers, it slowly took off. Finally, it turned into a rainbow beam and disappeared into the sky. 5 or 6 members of the camera team are stunned. Hundreds of thousands of viewers and fans were also stunned. Miracle. Oh my god. Please tell me that it's not a special effect from the production team. Absolutely not a special effect, it was the deity that Xian believed in that responded to him. Damn it. He believes in a living true God. Look. Shane is bathing in the holy light, all the abrasions on his body have healed. The program team is boiling, the global audience is boiling. I'll be the guide and tell you how to worship the true God. God won't manage your pain, but my God won't abandon his followers. Xian wore a glow and explained with a smile. As soon as these words were spoken, even the members of the program team knelt down to the altar and chanted the names of the gods along with Xian. Amazing. Shane, this guy has developed over 300,000 followers in such a short period of time. Feeling the power of faith that had just arrived, Chen Xian exclaimed in surprise. Under the nourishment of this new faith, a holy grade 1 flood and wilderness giant lizard has once again emerged in the land of Palm God. Unexpectedly, it is the flood and wilderness giant lizard of the dark law, and the darkness of gold, wood, water, fire, earth, wind, and thunder. It's done. The area of the divine kingdom has reached the limit of the first-level true gods, and 20 extreme law creatures have finally gathered. Chen Xian shook his fists with excitement. At the moment when the giant lizard sacrificed by Xian took shape, the most pleasant bell rang from the divine kingdom in Chen Xian's palm. The sound of the bell is so loud and beautiful that it even makes the entire planet marvel and echo. The first stage of his ultimate true spirit has become +++++++++++++++ PS, moved by the ups and downs. Thank you for Xiaoya's 15,000 flowers, and thank you for giving SAS for giving, have summertime, Q1341733XX. 1358399XXX, ZQ19946XXX. *** XXXX monthly pass support. Every day, there is a minimum of 4 changes, and beyond that, there will be additional changes to pay off debts. I owe over 20 more in one night. A few grandfathers are amazing, with a bitter smile, pain, and happiness. I will take everyone's suggestions into consideration, and in the future, I will add experts, bad people, and others as appropriate. I will continue to seek feedback and tips, and I will definitely repay any chapters that I owe as soon as possible. Chapter 009. Who is on par with your class? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The God of Luck. Believers thank you, preach meritoriously, and bless you with a lifespan of 200 years. The God of Luck. My followers must uphold the doctrine of humility and respect. People can be killed without indiscriminate killing, wealth can be received without theft or robbery, and the righteous and bright light will shine in the world, following me for eternity. Chen Xian, who had achieved the ultimate true God, was in a great mood. After thinking for a while, he posted his philosophy on the chat screen. Primitive Survivor Xian. Adhere to the teachings of my God and bow down to my God. O Yangbu crazy. Adhere to the teachings of my God. Everyone called me Dragon Mom and said, follow the teachings of my God. Support Dumbledore. Obey the teachings of my God. Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women do not pay wages. Follow the teachings of my God. Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Oh my God, at Primitive Survival Thanksgiving, what have you done? Since you have been blessed with a lifespan of 200 years by our God. Xian, a primitive survivor, said, of course he preached for my God. Our program has many fans, and the on-site preaching effect is good. Ouyang is not crazy. Envy JPG. Support Dumbledore. Envy JPG. Everyone called me Dragon Mom. When I take the Iron Throne, I want the whole world to believe in my God. Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women don't pay wages. Shocked plus envious plus biting my finger. JPG, I don't have an army or fans, so I can only find a Destiny beauty to sacrifice. But Tu Shan Yaya's stinky women are not easy to deceive. They beat me up before they even spoke up when we met. Everyone. Cover your face, JPG. The next day, at Shindu Academy, Class 9 classrooms. Chen Xian is here. The only beginner in our class who is truly handsome. It's all up to you for today's grade meeting. If the martial arts competition is over, can you take us to challenge the class dungeon? Please, honk honk honk. Good morning Chen Xian. As soon as Chen Xian arrived at the classroom, several girls who had arrived earlier blushed and ran to approach him. Xiaoban Wamengzi Fei also pursed her red lips and waved to Chen Xian from afar. Today, she seemed to have carefully dressed herself, with snowy skin and dark eyebrows, exceptionally beautiful and charming. As one of the few strong pseudo-gods in Class 9, concubine Mencius has always been aloof, but even though she is aloof, she knows Chen Xian's current talent and weight. If Chen Xian can help her gain more A.level or even S.level cultivation resources, perhaps she can also achieve true gods. True gods and false gods are both gods, but they are vastly different. 80% of the pseudo-gods will have no hope of promotion for life, unable to consolidate their grip on the divine kingdom. Concubine Mencius does not want to become that 80%, and for this, concubine Mencius is willing to give everything. Don't worry, Wooding will give you a surprise today. Chen Xian smiled and responded. His divine kingdom has reached the limit of the initial true god, covering an area of 200,000 square kilometers with 20 intertwined laws, and the spiritual charm of the divine kingdom is extremely rich. In theory, Chen Xian had already met the conditions for promotion to the second-grade true god, but he did not choose to be promoted immediately because his divine kingdom had not yet completed the nourishment of his physical body. Due to the abnormal nature of the divine kingdom in his palm, it takes more time than others to nourish his physical body. Once all is completed, Chen Xian's physical fitness will be at least 20 times higher than that of his peers. It will be the time to be promoted to the second-grade true god. So Chen Xian is not sure what level he is currently at, but the cliff will surprise everyone's attention. The surprise you gave everyone yesterday was already exciting enough. Do you know that you are now a famous figure in the capital? Even the principal has been involved. Class teacher Su Shui quietly appeared by Chen Xian's side, with a beautiful smile in her eyes. Today, Su Shui changed into an ice blue fitted long dress, revealing her curvaceous figure. Her fair and beautiful neck was breathtaking against a pair of Lingke earrings. Chen Xian's heart was pounding wildly, secretly complaining. He said to himself, "What's going on today? Everyone is competing with each other, which makes him feel a bit overwhelmed. If Su Shui gets too close to him and causes him to look up, it will be embarrassing. She is truly hailed as the most beautiful ice and snow goddess of first grade. Teacher Su Shui, we're meeting again." At the entrance of the classroom, a tall man dressed in a robe walked over and stared at Su Shuidao with fiery eyes. Even Chen Xian can see the blazing flames of the other person's pupils clearly. "Little fire god Pei, why are you here to mobilize students to participate in the competition if you're not in your own class?" Su Shui spoke coldly. For the teacher of Class 2 who has always been fervently pursuing herself, Su Shui has always refused verbally. Unexpectedly, the other party still maintains a persistent attitude, which makes people doubt their divine beliefs. How did such a lascivious person break through the divine path and be promoted to a lower-level god? I heard that there's an amazing genius student in your class. In this way, our two classes will be on par. Can I congratulate you on this?" Pei Li shamelessly said. "Thank you very much, but congratulations are not necessary because I don't think our two classes can match each other in terms of chess matches." Chen Xian took a step forward and stood in front of Su Shui, responding with a smile. Dare to look at Su Shui so recklessly, he won't agree. He hasn't even seen enough, okay. ++++++++PS. Thank you for the 100-point reward from ****XXX and 1829988XXX. Continuing to seek support from Flowers, evaluation tickets, and monthly tickets is my motivation to code and improve.